Welcome to BhagavatSanga program. This is our Srimad Bhagavatam program where we read prayers of pure devotees. The current theme is prayers of Nalakuvara and Manigriva. These are prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 10, from verse 29 to 38. Today we have a very wonderful devotee, Amruta Mataji, who will be sharing the verses and her realizations. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, thank you for the opportunity. And please accept my apologize if I make any mistakes. And I will like read the translation, and Amit will read the um, Sanskrit verses, and then we can share the realization.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna. So yeah, we will refer vedabij.io and we'll read the verses from Canto 10, Chapter 10, starting from 29 till 38.
Mataji, your volume is low.
Um, is it better now?
Yeah, we can hear, but it is slightly low.
Just need to come closer to the mic, laptop mic.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
We start with text 29. Krishna Krishna Mahayogim Tvam Adya Purusha Paraha Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Rupam Te Brahmana Viduhu.
Translation: O Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are supreme You are supreme original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote, and you are beyond this material creation. Learned Brahmanas know on the basis of Vedic statement Sarvam
Kalva Idam Brahma.
Kalvam Idam Brahma, that you are everything, and that this cosmic manifestation in its gross and subtle aspects is your form.
Text 30 and 31. Tvam eka sarvabhutanaam dehasva atmendriyeshvaraha. Tvam eva kalo bhagavan vishnur avyaya ishvarah. Tvam mahan prakriti sukshma rajah sattva tamomayi. Tvam eva purusho adhyakshah sarvashetra vikaravit.
You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the controller of everything. The body, life, ego, and senses of every living entity are your own self. You are supreme person, Vishnu, the imperishable controller. You are the time factor, the immediate cause, and you are material nature consisting of three modes: passion, goodness, and ignorance. You are original cause of this material manifestation. You are the super soul, and therefore you know everything within the core of the heart of every living entity.
Text 32. गृह्यमानैस्त्वम् अग्राह्यो विकारै प्रकृतैर्गुणैः कोऽन्व इहार्हति विज्ञातुं प्राक्सिद्धं गुणसंवृतः.
O Lord, you exist before the creation. Therefore, who trapped by a body of material qualities in this material world can understand you?
Text 33. तस्मै तुभ्यं भगवते वासुदेवाय वेधसे आत्मद्योतगुणैश्चन्न महिम्ने ब्रह्मणे नमः.
O Lord, whose glories are covered by your own energy, your supreme personality of Godhead, you are Shankarasana, the original origin of creation, and you are Vasudeva, the origin of Chaturvyaha. Because you are everything and therefore you are Supreme Brahman, we simply offer our respectful obeisance unto you.
Text 34 and 35. यस्य यस्यावतार ज्ञायन्ते शरीरेष्व अशरीरिणः तैस्तैरतुल्यतिशयैर्वीर्यैर्देहिष्व असङ्गतैः स भवान् सर्वलोकस्य भवाय विभवाय च अवितरणोम् अंशभागेन साम्प्रतं पतिराशिषाम्.
Appearing in bodies like those of an ordinary fish, tortoise, and hog, you exhibit activities impossible for such creatures to perform. Extraordinary, incomparable, transcendental activities of unlimited power and strength. These bodies of yours, therefore, are not made of material elements, but are incarnation of your Supreme Personality. You are the same Supreme Personality of Godhead who have now appeared with full potency for the benefit of all living entities within the material world.
Text 36. नमः परमकल्याण नमः परममङ्गल वासुदेवाय शान्ताय यदुनां पतये नमः.
O supremely auspicious, we offer our respectful obeisance unto you, who are supreme, who are the supreme good. O most famous descendant and the controller of the Yadu dynasty, O son of Vasudeva, O most peaceful, let us offer our obeisance to your lotus feet.
Text 37. अनुजानिहि नौ भूमां तवानुचर किङ्करौ दर्शनं नौ भगवत ऋषेरासीत् अनुग्रहत्.
O Supreme Form, we are always servants of your servants, especially of Narad Muni. Now give us the permission to leave from our home, for our home. It's by the grace and the mercy of Narad Muni that we have been able to see you face to face.
Text 38. वाणी गुणानुकथने श्रवणौ कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्तव पादयोर्नः स्मृत्यां शिरस्तव निवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टि सतां दर्शने अस्तु भवत्तनूनाम्.
Translation. Henceforward, may all our words describe your pastimes. May our ears engage in your oral reception of your glories. May our hands, legs, and other senses engage in actions pleasing to you. And may our minds always think of your lotus feet. May our heads offer our obeisance to everything within this world, because all the things are also your different forms. And may our eyes see the forms of Vaishnavas who are non different from you. Um, yeah, so this was just like reading the verses and the translation from first of all, um, thank you, Mataji, for giving this opportunity to um, even read about these verses and learn something about it. So, from these verses, as we all know, the story of uh, Nalakuvara and Manigreva, that they were cursed by Narad Muni, and they were um, in the form of two trees, um, staying there for many years for and waiting for Lord Krishna to liberate them. So from from this pastime and uh, from the verses, what I have realized is um, like associating with like-minded devotees is very important. Like uh, example, when Krishna himself was bounded by Mother Yashoda, he thought of um, those trees that are bounded, um, by the curse of Narad Muni, and then that's how like Krishna associates to those like who are bounded when he was bounded. So basically, when we are in the association of devotees, we also have the same kind of um, like um, I would say seva bhav, compassion, and like uh, basically to serve Krishna and his devotees. So this is an example of Lord Krishna where he magnifies, he preaches, and he also practices. So that's what Krishna was teaching from this pastime is like um, uh, what you preach, you should also practice. And that's what Srila Prabhupada conveyed the message also. Although we are bound and we are not the perfect devotees, or we are bound with material desires, we should still like continue to preach and motivate others, and learn from other devotees as well. Just like how the wooden grinder behind Lord Krishna, they just that just followed Lord Krishna, and that actually helped. Of course, with the guidance of Lord Krishna, helped to liberate Nalakuvara and Manigrav. So that's how I think if we follow the footsteps of our guru, and of course Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, we will be taken care of basically. And an example like Srila Prabhupada wrote when he was giving an example like uh, in there's a poem in Bengali, but I I won't do justification to that. But he mentioned there's a quote that I am puppet and you are my puppeteer. Oh Lord, you make me dance and I'll follow you. So we need to have that kind of uh, seva bhav or surrender uh, completely in the devotion that I am taken care of. You just follow that. So what are some lessons that this pastime teaches us? Those two trees got uplifted, but there are four things that are important. Like um, first of all, in one of the verses, they are grateful and glad that Narad Muni actually cursed them. Because of that, today they are able to uh, like meet Lord Krishna and pay obeisance to them. That is one thing that is important. Like uh, when they were cursed, they did not like
Blame Narad.
they did not blame Narad Muni for cursing. So there are like four important things that we should follow from this pastime. The first was prarabdha sakalam uh, sarasya. Like whatever happens, like happiness, distress, comes in life, we have to accept it as it is and not curse or curse back, or not lament about why things are happening to us like these and why we are struggling. But we should accept that opportunity gracefully and move on, because in the end it's all part of Supreme Personality of Godhead's plan. So the other thing is Shamam Sadhyam, like Shamam Sadha Chintanya. Basically, remember Lord Krishna all the time. Like remember, hear about him, chant, listen to the pastimes, speak about Lord Krishna, and like every time remember that. And the third one was Vasam Vasam Shri Kuru Dhamam. So basically, live in Vrindavan. If not physically, maybe mentally. I know it's very hard. for everyone to go and live in Vrindavan. But at least we have to make make one's life goal to go there or visit all the temples, stay under the association of devotees and serve. So that one, because these trees were already there uh, um, in their subtle form. And fourth one was when they got an opportunity to meet Lord Krishna, they jumped, uprooted themselves, and offered obeisance. So we need to have that kind of excitement, or maybe mode of goodness, whenever that moment comes in our life, we should jump and offer obeisance to Lord Krishna. So these were a couple of realizations that I felt were important, and what um, I could digest. Yeah, yeah, Mataji. I could have added more, but maybe uh, later on.
Prabhu, you have any realizations? We have time.
Hare Krishna.
I could have added more, but
I was listening.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, Mataji, sorry, I wasn't prepared to speak, but I'll try my best to jump in real time. As you know, as we consider this pastime, there were two main themes that emerged for me, right? Uh, a, a prime devotee of Lord Krishna, like Narad Muni, even in his anger, he is always thinking about your welfare. So even when he saw Nalakuvara and Manigriva in that awkward positions and not respecting the presence of a great devotee, um, he was not operating from a mode of aggression towards them. He was like, okay, how do I make their future life more meaningful than the life they're living right now? And his curse came from that position of how do I get them on this on the path of devotion. So even if you are getting I would not say scolding, but you're getting some directive principles from your superiors who are devotees of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. You should take them as blessings so that they are going to guide you on the path of bhakti and path of correct operative principles within devotion to Krishna. And then from there on, the receivers of the curse, the two trees, or Nalakuvara and Manigriva, even after receiving the curse, they realized their fallacy, and they patiently waited for Lord Krishna's appearance. I think they were there for millions of years. I may be wrong, uh, but uh, Krishna's darshan or Krishna's realization needs uh, needs effort, needs patience, needs consistency, uh, and needs you to follow your regular practices. After that, you may have a chance of getting his association or his blessings. So they waited for millions of years, and then when Krishna decided to liberate them from their position, as any other devotee would should rightfully do. They praised the his beautiful form, name, which kind of tells us that that's what we should be doing constantly. Always keep praising the name, form, and everything about Krishna. So those were the kind of immediate realizations on both sides of the main characters of the story.
yeah, and also in the verses, it is highlighted. Um, about definitely about Lord Krishna's form, and why, like, um, they give example about Supreme Personality of Godhead, um, as well, right? In those verses.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
throughout the verses they're praising his different attributes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Prabhu and Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. I just put you on spot and you shared. That was beautiful. So very nicely you recited the prayers. Beautiful recitation, Prabhu. Mataji, very nicely you shared your reflections. Quickly to summarize, the 4 lessons learned were accept whatever happens to us, accept it as a plan of Supreme Lord. That is the first point. Remember Krishna all the time. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Always remember, never forget Krishna. And live in Vrindavan, if not, at least think of Vrindavan. So I would like to quickly, I remembered recently one of the class we had, Dinabandhu Prabhu was here, and one of the questions was, if we are missing Vrindavan, how do we live in Vrindavan consciousness? And Prabhu said, sometimes when you are in Vrindavan, you take it for granted. Familiarity breeds content. So you might take it for granted that you're there. But when you're away from Vrindavan, you're always thinking of Vrindavan. You're missing Vrindavan. So that itself is a Vrindavan consciousness where you are always thinking and missing Vrindavan. So I just wanted to share that as well. And always be in the excitement, in the mode of goodness where you pray obeisances to the Lord. You never know how the Lord is going to come. So, that desire, that enthusiasm should always be there. Beautiful points you shared, Mataji. Thank you so much for today's wonderful class to both of you.
Thank you.
With that, thank you. With that, devotees, thank you all for joining the BhagavatSanga program today. We will see you all next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.